conversations with you up until that point. At no time should anybody feel comfortable enough to say anything of that nature to you. I don't wish anything that happened to me in that moment on anyone, because like I said, it was extremely embarrassing. I am mortified that when people search Olivia Dope, the brand that I've spent 10 years at least building, that comes up. I am mortified that after I quit, I had to have a heart-to-heart conversation with the child I gave birth to. I'm sorry, just let this pass. It's New York. It's New York. I am mortified that I had to have a conversation with the child that I gave birth to, because she can find it on the internet. Her friends can find it her teachers can find it on the internet and say, look, that's your mother being belittled and sexually harassed and called a bitch. And I had to explain to her that is not how someone speaks to you. And told her, if someone does do that, you have to speak up. But I didn't myself speak up until this point. So I was being a hypocrite. How can I tell my child, when someone sexually harasses you, you have to tell someone you have to speak up, and I'm not doing the same thing? So that is literally why I'm here today, to speak up for myself, start my healing process, like I said, and continue on with using my voice. There was attempts to intimidate, attempts to silence me. I can't be silenced. I absolutely cannot. After listening to the recording again, Joe wasn't there. I listened to the recording with some of the production staff members. Once again, everyone, chuckles. So I'm like, well, I mean, if everybody's chuckling, just keep that in there. It wasn't until one of my castmates, Mandy, informs me that although the audio sounds funny, I looked uncomfortable. She looked over me and she saw that I was uncomfortable. So she suggested that we shouldn't keep those moments in the episode. And I agreed, because I was uncomfortable. So they were edited out. I just wanted to speak my piece. It was really, really hard to even get up to this point. Sorry if I had to speak slow. Sorry if I had to stutter, and I just really had to take the time to really formulate what I was going to say and how I was going to say it, because there's so many thoughts that go through my head about this whole scenario, about the situation, that it's been hard to even get it out in front of this camera right now. At this point in time, I just recommend any woman that thinks about working with this person in any capacity, please think again. I should have walked into this situation doing a bit more research on how work environments are with him. I should have taken heed to the accusations that have been in the past, even though they are more so in his personal life. Those should have been red flags for me as well. But at the end of the day, regardless of all of that, no one should ever feel comfortable enough to speak the way that person spoke to me. Ever. No one should ever feel comfortable enough to make a workplace environment completely hostile and toxic the way that person did. No one should ever feel like they can be sexually explicit and suggestive, not only to you while you're coming in just trying to work, but also in front of the entire production staff to belittle you. It should never happen. After I left, once I decided to quit, I informed my lawyer. My lawyer got on a phone call with his lawyer and informed his lawyer that these are the reasons why my client is leaving this network. She will not be returning. Once my lawyer informed his lawyer, I then informed my castmates via text, explaining to them that I am not built for the Joe Budden network. My apologies to them, but I've prayed on it, I've meditated on it, but this is just not the right fit for me. No one responded in that moment, and I was removed from the group chat. But I did speak to both of them a week after. Also, after my departure, Joe then went on his podcast and made this statement. Excuse me, hold on one second. Joe made this statement on his podcast.
Enough of this Karen looking like a daddy. Shit. HR, Joe, HR. I need to be like Ross. See, Ross, would you ever hire any women? Nah, I'm gonna fuck the bitches. I'm about to say, that was like almost a direct quote. These bitches.
If I hire any women, I'm going to want to fuck them bitches, is what he said after my departure from the podcast. I'm saying this situation one time and one time only. I have to just do this to start my healing process, because if I sit and let this fester inside of me any longer, I will not be good. I don't even know what to say at this point. I pretty much said my piece. I'm pretty sure I'm going to take a social media break after this because, yeah, I wish everybody love, peace, and that's it. But I'm going to be doing what I need to do to move on from this situation, and signing off.